Decorating with blue and white is a classic, timeless combination that can be incorporated into every season. I have 7 different areas in my kitchen, breakfast room, and family room that we are going to be incorporating blue and white spring decor. Let's start off in our favorite place, the kitchen. I created a centerpiece to go on my island. I have a Lazy Susan that I always start out with. I love using marble. I found some amazing scores at Ross. They got a shipment of all kinds of ginger jars in. I used a yellow one last week in my foyer decor. They also had a large variety of blue and white jars. I found this beautiful blue and white ginger jar, and it was only $16.99. That's such a great price. You cannot pass that up. So I picked up a few pieces that I'm going to be showing you later on as we decorate this area. But to start off with, I'm going to create a large floral arrangement in this particular jar. So I just took off the lid, and then I got some dogwoods that I purchased at the Dollar Tree, and I added those to the ginger jar. And then I got some cattails. I bent the stem on the cattails to get them the right size, and I placed them inside. Easy, beautiful, perfect for spring. So this arrangement is going to add the height to my centerpiece. To the side, I found a glass egg that I purchased at Home Goods, and then right there in the center, I have a white bunny. I like to group my pieces in odd numbers, so I have my groupings of 3. It's a beautiful focal point to my island. Another way I'm going to add blue and white into my kitchen is with some plates. I found these adorable plates at my thrift store. They were $1.99 a piece. And let's talk about these bunnies. These are some well-fed bunnies. They are definitely the mascot for eating well in the kitchen. So they are right where they need to be. All I did was I took these plates and I put them inside of my glass cabinets. You can see the blue and white color combination from afar, and it ties all of the pieces together. I also have some flower arrangements on either side of my stovetop. They had some pink flowers in there that I put for Valentine's. So all I needed to do was pull out the pink and add in some more white, and now they're white flower arrangements that fit in with my color scheme. Let's move on over to the breakfast area. I have this tall orchid arrangement that I made for Christmas time. And what I did was I had some pine branches and some ornaments that I put to theme it into Christmas. Well, to theme it into spring, all I did was I pulled out the pine branches and I added in some magnolia leaves. And then I just put in some eggs, some blue and white eggs. Just place those at the bottom of the arrangement. And now this arrangement is themed into spring. Easy, affordable. You could use any color of eggs that would fit in with your specific spring theme, whether it's polka dots or stripes or yellow or pink, whatever. You can really easily theme arrangements like this to whatever fits into your color scheme. Now we're gonna move to this area right here. To start with, I'm going to choose a runner that has some blue and white. Also, it has some gray in it, and it's gonna be a perfect backdrop to add the rest of my pieces. I have this large urn that's gonna add my height, and then I created this really cute flower arrangement with some carrots. Now these carrots are from the Dollar Tree. I got a package of 6, and I wanted to obviously theme them to my blue and white, so I wanted to paint them white. I taped off the carrot tops with some blue painter's tape, and then I took my carrots outside and sprayed them in some white spray paint. All right, projects don't always work, and this is a prime example of having to think on your feet. For some reason, the white paint would not stick to the yarn, so I've got to come up with an alternative solution. What I'm going to do is get some paint that I purchased at Michael's. It's a white pearlescent paint and a paintbrush, and all I did was I painted these carrots in the white paint. I would imagine that craft paint would work just as well. I had to do 2 coats in order to cover up the original orange color from the carrots. Once they were all painted white, I let them dry for several hours. So to create this arrangement, I took a large circular glass vase, and then I placed a smaller glass round vase inside. Then I got some raffia and I placed it in the vacant space that was between the large glass jar and the smaller one inside. Now it's time to place in my cute little white carrots. All I did was I pressed a carrot up against the outside vase and pushed it down to the bottom. I continued that with my 6 carrots, spacing them out equidistant from each other until I had my 6 carrots in my arrangement. Once I had my carrots in place, I just put in my peonies in the center vase. I bent the stem and I placed them inside. How easy is this cute little arrangement? I love the way it looks. It's so springy, and by painting the carrots white, it coordinates so well with my blue and white design. Another item I picked up at Ross was a marble cutting board. It was in an oval shape, and I thought, you know what? That reminds me of an egg. The price was right. It was only $5.99. The first thing that I do when I buy marble cutting boards or marble trays is I just do a quick seal over it. So I just sprayed some marble sealer and then I wiped it off with a paper towel. That way it's extra protected when I put the things that I'm going to be putting over the top. So all I'm gonna do is take this cutting board and turn it into a spring egg. We're gonna decorate it with some gold washi tape. I purchased this at Target. I'm going to just run 2 straight lines across my egg to give it some detail. There was a piece of leather at the top for like a handle, and I just took that off, and in its place I decided to add a cute white tulle bow. So I got some white tulle and I just tied it around the top of the egg into a bow, and then I dovetailed either end of the bow. How cute is this egg? It is so perfect for a display. I'm going to add it to a frame holder so that it can stand straight up. That way you can see all of the detail on this egg. My video today is part of a collaboration with several very talented YouTube ladies. Now this is the group that I collaborate with once a month. I absolutely love each one of these talented ladies. The theme today is spring, so we're all creating some spring home decor. I will leave a link to the playlist in my description box and also in my pinned comment so you can go and see what everyone created. Another one of my amazing Ross ginger jars is this one with a beautiful Chinese detail on it. It's got a dragon, it's got some birds. Again, it was only $16.99, which is a screamin' deal. The way I'm going to display this beautiful jar is I'm going to place it on top of a mirrored box. And then in front of the mirrored box, I'm going to add a yarn carrot. To the side, I created another floral arrangement. Again, I used a blue and white jar to tie the color scheme together. On the center shelf above the TV, I'm going to add another floral arrangement. This time I'm using a container that I purchased at my thrift store. If I ever see blue and white pieces at my thrift store, I scoop those up so quick because they're always so affordable and they're beautiful. And then next to my arrangement, I added another yarn carrot. On my final shelf, I've added a gorgeous, huge ginger jar that I purchased at Home Goods. This was about $80, so it's definitely the most expensive of my ginger jars, but it's again a classic timeless piece that will go with so many different pieces and displays and seasons and etc. So it's definitely worth the money. And then I added another flower arrangement to tie all the other flower arrangements together. This vase was another Ross find, and I loved the Greek key design on the top and the bottom, and the bird in the center just is perfect for spring. It was only $10.99. I took my peonies, I bent the stems, and I placed those in my vase. And of course, I have another yarn carrot to theme it into spring. And just like that, I transformed my entertainment center into a blue and white display that's perfect for spring. It was so easy to create these small, simple DIYs and to swap out the original pieces for some blue and white pieces. If you want to swap out your decor seasonally, this is a great way to do it. Fairly affordably too. Go to Ross, go to your thrift store, just look around, you'll be able to find some pieces that are affordable. I hope one of these ideas worked for you and will help you decorate your home for spring. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much for watching.